Hi everyone, welcome to the online assembly tutorial of the quadcopter workshop. First we have the frames. You have two types of propellers. You have the forward propellers as well as the reverse propellers. You also have a couple of screwdrivers and an Allen key. You have the upper plate as well as the lower plate, both of which make the main body of your quadcopter. Lower plate has attached ESCs, which would not be the case in yours. You might have to solder them. You have the four legs. These are the electrical components in your system. Those are the four BLDCs. This is your KK microcontroller board. You have your screw packet with your bullet screws. You have your receiver and your transmitter. You have your LiPo battery and some wires. We have a brushless DC motor over here. It consists of a 3-phase wire, each phase out by 120 degrees. Each BLDC motor has a rating label on it. The rating label has to be even for all four of them. This is a 6-channel RF transmitter. If you open the back panel, you'll find the receiver inside it. Each transmitter and receiver is a pair. It is identified by unique number. They should match. There are various ways to power the transmitter. You could use a 12-volt DC power adapter, or you could use AA batteries like these. Place the batteries in the back panel like this and close the panel. Turn on the switch. Yep, the green light glows. For your quadcopter, you'll require a lithium polymer battery and its charger. Each charger can charge the 3 cells of the lithium polymer battery. You attach the lithium polymer battery onto the charger using the white connector. The charger enables parallel charging for all 3 cells of the LiPo battery. Attach the charger like this to start it charging. So this is your screw packet. It consists of your bullet screws, your star screws and your pointed screws. You also have buck strips for the connections. You have 2 types of screwdrivers. And that's your Allen keys. Your basic frame is made by the lower and the upper plate. You'll have to place the upper plate on top of the lower plate like this. The lower plate is soldered already to the power point. This is already connected to the ESCs as well. If it's not, you'll have to solder them. The ESC has 2 wires, black and red. The red goes to the positive of the plate and the black goes to the negative of the plate. We now place the legs on top of the board. We attach the board onto the legs using the small point star screws. Place the legs like these on top of the wires. Make sure that you follow the color codes. One color shows you the forward direction of the quadcopter, the other 2 colors show you the backward direction. Use a screwdriver to tighten the screws. The ESCs has 2 circuits on it. One circuit powers the board and takes the signal from it, and the other circuit powers the BLDCs and gives the signal to it. Use these male buck strips to connect the ESCs to the BLDC motors. It's now time to attach the upper plate onto your legs. Place it on top of the legs such that the screws can go through the upper plate onto the legs. Use the same small star screws. Use the screwdriver to tighten them. Attach each BLDC at the ends of each leg. Make sure you pass the wires neatly so that the wires don't get caught up in the propellers. Use pointed screws given to you to attach the BLDCs onto the leg. It's important that you arrange the wires neatly so that it does not get caught up in the propellers. If required, use some help. The ESCs have 3 wires for each of the phases. Connect them onto the BLDCs using the male buck strips given to you. 2 of your motors are going to go in the clockwise direction and the other 2 are going to go anti-clockwise. To have them move in clockwise, attach red to red and black to black. To go anti-clockwise, attach red to black. this illustration shows you which goes clockwise and which goes anti-clockwise. The motor on the opposite leg goes in the same direction as well. To get some help and arrange the wires again, you could use tapes or zip ties to tie the wires together onto the leg. Use a cutter to cut the excess zip ties. Place the KK board exactly like this on top of your frame. We name each leg. This is leg 1, 2, 3 and 4. We connect the ESCs in that order on the right hand side pins of the KK. The innermost pins of the KK are the signal pins or the white wires of the ESCs. The middle line is the VCC or the red wires of the ESCs, and the outermost pins on the KK are the ground pins, that is the black wire on the ESCs. Connected from top to bottom as 1, 2, 3 and 4 like this on the right hand side of the KK board. Now it's time to connect the transmitter and receiver to the KK board. Use the bunch of wires to connect each pin of the receiver to the KK board. You will require 7 wires, 5 for signal from channel 1 to channel 5, 1 for VCC and 1 for ground. Attach the wires like this. The innermost pins of the receiver are the channel pins, the middle pin is my VCC and the outermost is the ground. Same is on the KK board. The innermost towards the LCD is my signal pins, the middle line is my VCC and the outermost is my ground. Connected like this from top to bottom from channel 1 to channel 5. A detailed pinout of the KK board is available in this next slide of ours. It's now time to attach the KK board and the receiver to the frame properly. Use a double-sided tape and place the KK board right in the center of the frame. You can place the transmitter on either one leg close to the body or close to the center of the frame. Use the zip ties again to attach the wires onto the frame so that they don't get in the way of the propellers. The battery needs to be carefully placed in the quadcopter as it brings balance to the system. Use a double-sided tape again to place the battery in one position throughout before we do the calibration. This is how you power the whole system using the battery. Now we have to calibrate the system based on the weight and the motors being used. now time to attach the propellers onto the motors of the quadcopter. The clockwise motors get attached to the reverse direction propellers. That's the propeller with the letter R written on top of it. The other motor gets the letter L, or the one without the letter R written on it. To connect the BLDC to the propellers, you need to use the propeller caps. Unscrew the cap like this and place it like this on the motor. Use the Allen key to tighten the nut onto the motor. After you're done attaching the battery and all the propellers to all the motors, your quadcopter is now ready to fly. Congratulations.